Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the honorable judges and to all of the people who is watching me right now, my name is Viyuela Axelly and I am from SMP Al Muslim. And before we go straight into the main topic, I would like to ask you some questions. So first off, have you ever think about something over and over again? Or having some negative thoughts that nag in the back of your mind even though you don't want it? What are you gonna do in that situation? Are you gonna try to run and forget everything, or are you gonna try to face and solve it to a different perspective? Well, don't worry, because it's also my daily meal as a professional overthinker. And that's why I bring you my own version of Overthinker Guide to Reframing. So, first off, what is exactly the art of reframing is, and why it's important to us, especially overthinkers? Well, the art of reframing is a technique where we see or interpret something through a different perspective or view. And that more positive light will bring us more reassurance and more helps to our situation. And that's where it plays its important roles in our life, whether it's for students or overthinkers to leaders. Not sure enough? Well, let me tell you my story. Since I was a child, I've been blessed by some academic talents, and I was praised and having a lot of passing subjects, never failed in any subjects. And it brought my ego high, very, very bad. And also the expectation comes with it, of course. But I was an elementary student and there is no hard subjects or challenge whatsoever, so even though I often absent, I still have the passing grade. But it's ended when I first became a freshman in a junior high school. I was really bombarded and shocked by the ungodly amount of homework here. Plus, the pandemics really messed up my confidence real bad, and I was terrified, pressured, and was overthinking 24/7 every second. But, I have my own turning point too. My mom always says to me that whenever you want to do something, do it first. Don't think about any other else, but just do it. Whether you're gonna fail or you're gonna succeed, just do it. The result, you can see the result later after you do it. And more importantly, you can prove your worth and your capabilities and your bravery once you already do it. But as a shy girl, I never listened to that advice. Well, until my math teacher will call me into the front of the class to answer a question. I was scared. I was having some anxieties in my stomach. And I was thinking, what if I fail? What if my answer is wrong? What if my friends will look down upon me if I have a mistake? And go on. But I try to reframe the situation and try to only think that I just had to answer this and just forget everything else later. And so I went to in front of the class. I tried to explain my formula, but I was having some misspokes. But then I wrote the formula on the whiteboard, and turns out it's actually right. Everyone was applauding me, even the teacher and my friends. And from then on, whenever I was uncertain, whenever I was nervous, I tried to wrap my head into more positive light. So whenever I do something, I try to think, not thinking about the mistake, what I'm gonna do in the future, but what can I do in the present to not doing that mistake. And it works. From then on, I brought myself to this point because I tried to think in a more positive light or trying to reframe the situation. I become an active student, whether in competition like this or become in an organization because of reframing. I try to think positive. And before I joined this competition, I was having a lot of doubts of myself, of this competition, of the competitor. I was thinking that this will be a waste of money, of my time, because there are a lot of better competitor than me out there somewhere. But I was thinking once more, this is a new opportunity. This is a good opportunity to try a new thing, a new skills, a new experience. Because this is my first time I'm joining a speech competition. And so I'm here. I joined this competition. And that's why whenever you do something, don't try to think negative thoughts, but try to cover it with more positive light. Because from then on, you will have the courage to step forward. And the art of reframing isn't an easy thing to do. We have to focus on the present and not the future or the past, but we have to focus on the present. And it's not an easy thing to do, let alone for overthinkers, but think about this. Whenever you do something, you have to focus. And to do so, you have to focus on the present moment. And the art of reframing will help you to do that. Life is just like parkour. Like there are so many obstacles and whatsoever. But once you have the right momentum, skills, years of experience, it will be more easy. It will be more easier to think to do, and you will like it. And life is just like that. Life has problems and other things like that, negative thoughts, whatever. But once you master this art of reframing, everything will easier thing to do. Everything will be a smooth sailing. Okay, so that's why do it first. Try to reframe things. Try to see things in more positive lights. And that's why life is easier when you have the art of reframing. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.